It's funny, as stress seems to arise almost at the same time and almost in the same proportion. It feels as if there's space. you know, you feel the
Yeah,
stress and then you notice the space. It's like same time almost.
yeah, yeah. Actually, it is the space that appears to be stress, but the stress itself is the label. It's just there's no real stress. Yeah, and labeling seems to collapse when there is a recognition that there's space, there's nothing else. So everything is seen that's already nameless. It's just vast, one undivided whole. Just this. And labeling may seem to appear in the story. Oh, this is a mountain. Oh, that is George. Uh, that is Martha. That's. But when it is recognized that vastness, this labeling seems to, you know, doesn't make sense. Just and the recognition is always there. It's just a matter of noticing. And there's actually no one who can even notice. There's just noticing. There can be noticing happening. When the attention is not in the story, but when the attention goes to the story, to the activity, then it may seem as if this is not seen. It is, it may be overlooked, but it's always here. It doesn't go away, even stuff, stress, or what seems to be stress, suffering. It is your resting place. It's always here. Just a matter of thing. There's nobody to recognize. The recognition is there. Just noticing may seem to happen. That there was never any separate, real separate self was going through anything. That was just imaginary. It was just an imagination believed in. I would say this has these powers to believe things to existence, but nothing really exists. There are no human beings already, but they can be imagined, and that imagination may seem to be accompanied by the belief, strong belief that okay, there's this, but it's just a belief. It's just a belief. When there's no belief, then things may be seen as they are. Just And it's nothing. In the same way, when there's a belief that Tuesday, it seems as if it's really Tuesday, but you cannot find Tuesday. And it's not Tuesday. There's no Tuesday here. Those are just words written in the piece of paper, the calendar. Same as time. You couldn't find time. There's no time. Except when you assume that there's time, you look at the watch. Then you assume that, oh, now it's just a watch. It's just a machine, nothing else. There's no real time. Everything is imagined by no one. Your whole entire life is imagined. Even right now, you cannot find your life. Where is your life right now? Where is it? Except as an imagination. Even the finder, just an assumption. There is no finder. So there's nothing. There is spaciousness, which is already empty, which is already full, which is already everything. And there's nothing to find space. There's nobody to find space. When there's a belief that somebody who can find space, that space appearing, there's a belief that there's somebody. That space appearing as somebody who thinks he can find space. There's nobody to find space. There's just space, spaciousness. Appearing as a colleague, appearing as a spouse, appearing as children, appearing as a you, appearing as the sky, the blackness, thinking, waiting, seeking, resting. There is no sufferer already. The sufferer is imaginary to suffer. There is nobody to even feel stress. There is nobody to even find freedom. There's just freedom. That which seems to be looking for freedom is already freedom. So there's nothing that is looking for freedom. There's just freedom.